we go. There we go.
I was connecting everybody to our streaming too.
And look who I found. Look who I found here beside me.
Ripping on 3, baby.
What up?
Yeah, this is ripping. Got let's see who's in here to start off the chat.
Can you hear us?
Let's see. We got DDK's in here. We got XAN Biker, HDAV Traveler. We got Dallas. What's up, Dallas? We thank you guys for joining us, man. It's I haven't seen these guys. We talk regularly, me and Sam at least, and I haven't seen them since the trip, right?
Yeah.
Has it been since the trip?
Yeah.
We're echoing. Why is that?
I don't know. Let me see.
YouTube anywhere on here?
I don't know. You still echoing?
Testing. Yep.
I don't know. Hold on. Let me try something real quick.
I can't see the chat either.
Can you see the chat?
No.
Can everybody hear us okay? Thumbs up. Oh, well, I can't say thumbs up. Just send a just send a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear us okay. If you got YouTube up, mute your YouTube. That's probably why you're echoing.
We don't have. She just closed it.
I'm gonna leave and come back.
Don't leave. Everybody's saying it's good sound. We'll keep y'all going for a minute. Look, like I said, this is our recap video. We'll wait for them to come back in, but this is our recap video. Shout out to Millhouse. He's in here. Salty Badger. We got 2 Down with the Kings. And of course, I got my lovely wife right here, Vivi, ripping on 3. Man, I'll start off by saying what a great time we had. We planned it. At first, we weren't going to go. What's going on, Jeff Williams? He's in the house as well. But at first, we were not going to go. We were not going to do the...
Can you hear us?
Trip. Yeah. Can you guys hear me? There they go.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. No
Yeah.
echo.
I was trying to see if we had an echo.
But
It could be this. It could be this right here.
Oh, Millhouse, what's up, dog? Slim House.
Yeah, Slim House. What's up, baby? So, again, we're here for our Milwaukee, Wisconsin, South Dakota recap. Look at these guys. They're ready. They're locked in. Look at them. So, like I was saying,
we can't see the comments.
We planned this, and we, it took some planning. We weren't going to go at first. Me and Sam kind of talked about it, kind of tossed the idea around, and then, we just went ahead and made the decision to go. And I think it was a great decision, and we had a great time.
Yes, it was.
And we'll kind of just start off, about the planning and the packing process. You guys were on one bike. Of course, we were on 2 bikes. So,
we were able to pack more shit.
Why you put her in the background? Why isn't she next to you? Why she gotta be in the back?
I know. Tell them, Sam.
Hey, it's like we're riding. She's in the back. There she goes. Oh, there she goes. Here, I'll put her like that so you guys. There you go. Is that better?
It's like the little letters on my t-shirt.
Right? We like
but,
this.
Ripping on 3 is the expert on packing.
Yeah.
She had a load.
She had to carry all of that.
Yes, I did.
So what went into your packing? Why did you feel like you needed to pack so much stuff?
Well, when you pack for 2-up riding and all the different weather elements, I mean, you got to make sure, you got your Gore-Tex shoes, a couple different pair of Vans. And we were going to be gone for, how long were we gone for? 10 days?
10 days.
It was about 10 days.
And then a couple extra pair of undies and, for a couple, couple days just in case.
Chris is on here. I saw him in the side chat. Thank you, because he carries all our extra stuff for us.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. And Chris, man, Chris did it was
awesome.
yeah, it was my first time meeting Chris. And Chris had a adventure when we were in Milwaukee, and we'll get to that. But Chris kept having an adventure when we were in Milwaukee, and it was kind of cool for him to have that adventure, because I definitely didn't want to have that adventure. I know you guys didn't. But the packing part, look at this right here. I'm going to show this.
Oh no.
Look at that right there.
And don't think it's just my shit. That was my stuff, and it wasn't just my stuff. It wasn't the whole house.
It was almost the whole house, but that's a Rue Rack bag on there, and that is a Vikings extra large highway bag on there. So we had it loaded down. We had her
and we got stuff shipped.
A Rick Rack?
No.
Rick Rack. Yeah, what I say?
Rick Rack. You said Rue Rack. Come on,
Rue Rack. So Rick Rack bag. We had the extra large bag on there. We had her bag loaded down. I didn't have anything in my bag, in my bike, but the tour pack. And I mean, she was absolutely loaded down the whole time.
When y'all pulled up in the garage, because y'all came up, the night before we got on the road, I was dying. You had nothing on your bike, and she is loaded down.
Hey, and
I just riding free. Just
I was rolling.
Ride. I was just had everything on my trike.
Yeah, there's Chris right there.
And
I don't know.
Comments.
Susan made a comment like a couple days before we
took
took off. Did you pack an extra comb for your beard, Sam?
No, I just had I keep a brush on my bike. Like each bike has a brush, and I just keep it on there. I got a brush here at the house, so I got like 3 brushes.
That's funny.
Yeah, I had to keep a couple combs and brushes for my hair too, but
right, yeah.
But Susan made a comment before we got on the trip. She said, how'd you put it? If we forgot anything, if you guys forget anything, we know Trey and V had it in their pack.
Yeah. A little bit of everything.
Wait, what does it say?
Free
ask about how you stored everything when we were looking at an RG3. Looking at an RG.
Well, Jeff, did you see the picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff, did you see that picture that I just showed up there, man?
Picture.
I'll be honest, I was a little shocked on that Road Glide 3, so that the trikes, I thought it would have more room in that trunk. It really doesn't.
It's compact, but again, she had those bags, man, to kind of fill everything else up that she didn't.
And the trunk was full too, so
yeah, it was. It was.
So it was like having 3 bags on there.
Yeah, it is. And I did good because I didn't pack extra shoes. I just packed like 2.
Well, we did. We had to go to UPS. So
yeah,
we did too. We sent 2 bags home in the end. Yeah, we did. We did as well. So you weren't alone in that. What are you saying?
I was just gonna say last year Daytona we had to go to UPS twice.
Yeah, we ain't doing that again.
I think too, that was our first like big trip. So it was kind of like I wanted to make sure to have, the right kind of gear. Yeah. And then, it was hot. And then in the evening time it was cold, like kind of cool.
Yeah. So
I'm glad we had the, the sweaters and the and I loved your windbreaker that I borrowed that one night. It was perfect. Like, so it's just like you have to have the extra stuff because you just never know what element you're going to be in traveling.
Yeah, for sure. I have learned throughout the years that you have to pack extra gloves, extra jackets, flannels. It don't matter what it is. I've got extra sunglasses. I always pack like 2 to 3 pair for Susan as well. I even pack her gloves in case it gets kind of chilly and she needs, her hands start getting cold. I pack it all.
Yeah, you did, man. I remember we made one stop, and I think you had like the pre-damp rags for to clean the visors off, and then a dry rag. And I'm just like, man, Sam has it. Oh, I got straps in there. I got
we had the little extra strap the waters down the back of the Road Glide.
Yeah, man.
I make sure I got extra of everything. I've learned throughout the years, and I've learned sometimes the hard way. Like, didn't have that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So like one of the things I think that I was concerned about when we were planning the trip was the route that we were going to take. And I know that we kind of changed it up just a little bit, kind of tweaked it a little bit. And you see the bulletin there: route planning, traffic issues, construction zones, detours. That was one thing, man, that I think we didn't really hit any of the construction zones until we started heading towards Sturgis, down to the 1 lanes. But what went into the planning, man? I know you kind of figured the route out.
Well, I wanted to avoid because last year because
You don't talk so loud.
What?
You don't talk so loud.
I don't have to talk so loud.
No.
No, apparently I don't have to talk so loud. So last year we went to Milwaukee, and from the Nashville area to Milwaukee, I mean, you hit Nashville, Louisville, Indianapolis, Chicago, and I don't want nothing to do with any of them other than we have to go through Nashville. So I wanted to avoid all of that. So we avoided, I can't remember what highway it was, but we can go a little bit like northwest and you bypass all of that. So, and I think you said GQ had told you I can't remember the other road. I can't remember none of the roads. I just looked at my GPS.
Yeah, the Chicago bypass is I think it's like 295 or 265 or 64 or something like that. I think that's the route that he took going through Chicago, which he said it was actually it wasn't a bad route, wasn't any congestion or anything like that. But I know we were talking about the time that he was going through there and the time that we were going to get through there, it was probably going to be traffic around that time. So we definitely avoided it. And I like the route that we went, man, because we went we kind of jumped off the highway and went through the back roads and came up to that the Wisconsin sign, and that was real cool, man. Like it was a different route that we took besides
the Salty Badger says Sam wants to avoid areas with snakes.
Well, I mean that's a lot of places.
There was a sign. Where was the sign at that says "Beware of snakes"?
That's where the statue, the Indian statue.
Yeah, Chamberlain, South Dakota, right there at the Dignity.
Where that where we saw the rain coming in, we stopped and ate.
Yeah.
So we took 57. We went through
57.
Clarksville, Paducah, and then Champaign, I think it was. Yeah. And then did we still go take that route that GQ took?
No, we went around, what was it, like 34 or 43 or something like that? We went around and went up toward Rochester.
We didn't really sit in traffic.
No.
Yeah, we didn't sit in traffic at all. The only time that we did sit in traffic just for a little bit was when we left that morning, when we left out of Nashville. A little bit of rain. I mean, we delayed our departure. It was a little bit of rain, but once we got on the road, a little bit of traffic, and man, once we got north of Nashville, I think we got on 20. Well, we were on 24, but once we got north of Nashville, I mean, it was
24 to
57, right?
57, I think it was. Yeah, 57.
Yeah, 24 to 57. Yeah, it was a good route, man. You did a good job. Dallas says Nashville traffic sucks. Atlanta traffic sucks also. So,
well, yeah, I think Atlanta traffic is even worse. I mean, if I can avoid either of them, and most of the times, when we pick a route and I do all my A, B, C, D, E, F waypoints for the GPS, I try to avoid highways. So makes it a little longer, and you can try to hit them windy roads. So we did good on that. Chris was a good. Am I shouting?
Yes.
Chris did really good, kind of leading too. So
he did amazing.
Yeah, we had a good time. The road, the travel there. And one thing, with V, it was the longest that both of us. It was the longest that we've been away from the home on our bikes. And her, she did good. I was kind of worried about her sometimes, just you know, her I guess endurance lasting that long, and she had an amazing time. She did good.
I was real nervous because I was I hadn't ridden that long in a long time, and so when we were driving to Milwaukee, it didn't even, I mean, it was long, but it didn't even feel that bad of a ride to where, you know, and I love that we stopped, you know, every couple hours, you know, filled up, and we kind of like took, you know, a break and kind of, you know, walked around, talked, ate, snacked, and then we got back on. And we were just all mindful of all of us, you know, riding together, you know, and stopping and everything. So I think that's what made it a good ride, is just I didn't get tired at all from, you know, to get in, you know, to Milwaukee, because I was worried. I told Trey, I said, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I did it, and it was so cool. You know, all of us were just cool.
I mean, killed it, especially from Milwaukee to Sturgis. I mean, that was 912 miles, but we went, what was it, 884 miles originally.
Yeah.
And then we were going to stop off and look at there was a Harley Davidson, but it took us a weird route. It was ridiculous, but it ended up being 912 miles. I think it was
112 miles. We could have did a, what is it, Iron Butt or a Saddle Sore, one of those.
Yeah.
We could have kept it going a little bit longer.
It even, like you said, Viv, like it didn't feel like, you know, we were on the bike that long. From Milwaukee to Sturgis, that was the longest Susan has ever been on a bike at one given time. Like just a straight shot.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know whose idea this was, because it wasn't mine. It wasn't mine. I think it was yours.
Hey,
and we're doing the one straight shot, and I'm like, whose idea was this?
It was an,
you know, it was worth it. It was an adventure, and I loved every minute.
Thank you, Susan.
Rain,
thank you, Susan.
Thunder, I don't care.
It did not feel like we were on the bikes for
a whole day.
No, it was longer than that.
Yeah,
we were on the bike.
Oh, I guess that was because
it was almost 19 hours.
Yeah, it was.
And I mean, the rain, we got hit with the rainstorm.
Right.
That was one thing. And we stopped, like, I mean,
it was like two rainstorms in a sense, because we stopped so we could eat because the rain was coming.
Yeah.
And
then we got back on the road, and we kept deciding whether or not we were going to stop or not, because we were going to put on our rain gear. Then we got off the highway, then we kept going, and we got back on the high. You know, we just kept deciding that we were going to stop.
Right.
And had some. Go ahead.
The deciding factor of that is when the lightning went, and it was like everywhere around us all at one time, and Susan grabbed me and I'm like, well, we're stopping. She didn't even have to say nothing. And there was a rest stop right there, and I'm like, well, I mean, normally they have
rest stop at that.
Yeah, a covered rest stop. A covered rest stop.
And normally the rest stops do have that. They have the picnic areas where they have the overhead shelters. I've never seen one where it has like 3 different picnic areas where they're like, you know, walled off. I thought that was really cool. We all just backed our bikes in.
Yeah, everybody backed in. It was great. That was a great move, man.
And I was worried.
You pulled up in there. You just pulled up in there. You kind of did a loop around real quick, and you just shot up on the sidewalk and backed up in there. I was like, where the hell is he going?
But when we were looking at the weather, we'd already been there for almost an hour, I think. And I was still worried about the thunderstorm being around us. And out of the blue, Susan's like, I mean, let's go. And I'm like, oh shit. All right. Well, and I don't think it rained again.
It didn't. The whole time we were there, it didn't rain at all. And I, you know, when we were coming into, I wasn't thinking when we were coming into, when we got closer to Rapid Cities, like I see the lights off into the distance, and I'm like, man, we're almost there. Then we get to Rapid Cities, and then we got to go like another 40 miles to Spearfish. I was like, damn, man.
And it was getting cold too.
It definitely was getting cold.
It definitely was. Yeah, I'm gonna show a little video from the road here. Check this out.
Living on 2 wheels.
I already hit that.
Yeah, little footage from the road right there for the guys that's watching and everybody in the chat. You know, it's crazy because we have to do all this. We're on the bikes, and I'm watching Susan every time she pulls the camera out. I'm trying, you know, it's just crazy how we just, you know, we capture the footage on the bikes, man, and it's amazing, man. That was like the main thing that was kind of like that I loved a lot is just we were on the road and it was just like I don't know, man. It was just exciting to be on the road with you guys and just the way that we were just capturing everything, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Susan's definitely come a long way where, I mean, there's times when we're riding, we'll have people riding with us and people are like, how in the world do you ride with her? Like, I mean, she's sometimes practically leaning off of the bike. I mean, she stood up before leaning, trying to get the, yeah. And that's what makes us different is being 2-up riders. I don't have to worry about filming really. Yeah. Sometimes I'll put the camera on the handlebars and face it towards us. But by her getting all that footage, that's what I like about our channel is we get different footage versus somebody Susan and her bike yoga.
I just dropped a reel on Instagram just before we went on here. And I was excited because I got some new angles.
Hell yeah. I mean, yeah. She is very creative. I'll give you that.
One time I seen her, I mean, she was holding on to the tripod. It's like she was holding on for dear life, man. I mean, her hand was just locked on it, and she was just holding it. I was like, man, look at Susan. I was laughing, man, the whole time. Just every time she pulled the tripod out.
She's afraid she's gonna drop it. I'm like, you're not gonna drop it, and it's not gonna like. I think she sometimes thinks it's gonna bend. No, but when I get it really far
out, it like bends, and I'm just like, oh crap.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna go. When it's windy, she like will freak out a little bit. I get it. She doesn't want it to break or bend, but those things, I don't know, they're pretty stout. But yours broke, so I don't know.
Mine did break. Amazon. I guess I bought them at the wrong time because it broke like a week or two after I had it.
Yeah, I mean, we have 2 of them, and we use, you know, we have a backup that goes along with my packing. I have extra of everything backup for my
DDK,
backup.
I don't think Sam's excited about the new angles because that just means he's got to prepare for new movements.
Just what?
Oh, Coffee Hogs, did you read his comment? That's funny.
What?
What did he say? Let's see. Let's highlight
my wife. Hopefully she's not watching. Yeah. Tried to hand her the camera one time and she pointed it backwards.
That's something I would do.
Yeah. I tried to get V to take the camera one time. She just looked at me and kept on riding. but yeah, man. So just to touch on Milwaukee, what was what was the highlight of Milwaukee? You know, what was the highlight of our time in Milwaukee?
The ghost?
The ghost.
Yeah. Definitely the ghost. Definitely the ghost.
Normally ladies go first, but I'm gonna start this out. The highlight for me was, so it's actually the whole year, kind of. Normally it's just her and I, but this year we've, you know, done a lot of the travels that we have done this year we've been doing with others. And the highlight of that whole time is that we all, you know, got along, rode together. We all stayed, you know, in the same Airbnb the whole time. Like
sometimes with one bathroom.
Sometimes with one bathroom and our ghosts, Chris. You know, and if somebody wanted to go do something else, then cool, you know, go, you know, I think y'all went off somewhere. We went, you know, off on like one of those days. It's just how the camaraderie that we had that whole time. Like, you know, there's sometimes you go with somebody and you're like, man, I ain't going with them again. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it was just, It was awesome. And then you're showing the picture going to
the factory,
the avenue. Was that Juno Avenue?
Oh yeah,
was
back here.
But just traveling, the camaraderie we had, the thoughtfulness, all of us, and I know Viv touched on this. You know, just the thoughtfulness of everybody because when you do travel in a group like that, you've got to, you know, cater to the needs of everybody on that trip. And if Chris don't eat, I mean, he turns in like he's that dude in the Snickers commercials. So he better eat or he's gonna look like the Elephant Man or something. So
he's a diva. He starts being a diva.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, you know, with doing a trip with y'all in the group, I thought that was just actually amazing. I just, you know, appreciate it. And then when we met up with everybody, you know, that came down, Rich, Jess, and then Kentron. So I was just
that was
y'all got along, and normally you know, that doesn't happen.
Yeah, it man, I think for me, like the highlight was just being with you guys. I keep talking about this, and I got it sitting right here. I keep talking about this freaking book, man, and I read this book, and I'll just put it up there. This Willie G. Ride Free book, man, and you know,
I'm waiting until it comes on where it can be read to me.
Audio book,
audio book, yeah.
So I read the book, and you know, just some of the things that he mentioned, you know, in the book, and just talking about, you know, just the family, you know, how they started the company, how they built the company up, and then going there and actually seeing it all, and just where the what do you call it, the store, the first little shed that they built, just seeing that whole just the whole process, man. It was amazing. And the book, it kind of like brought it more to life for me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we're on the road and we're having fun, and it's just some of the stuff that he talked about in the book, you know, just meeting people at gas stations, just, you know, pulling over and hanging out for a couple hours. One part in the book, he talked about how he pulled over and he just started sketching out ideas for one of the bikes that he designed. Mm-hmm. So, you know, as we're on the road and we're doing things, and we're stopping and we're eating, and, you know, we're getting gas and talking real quick, and me and Susan are doing push-ups, like it just brought the whole, you know, the whole week, you know, together, and it just made it that special, you know.
Yeah. What do y'all think?
Much.
Susan or Viv, what was your all's highlight?
I think it's just the being able to get there, and you know, not thinking I would ever be able to do that in a ride was just amazing to me. And then, like you said, being with everybody, and we all meshed as far as, you know, our attitudes, and being able to, you know, get along and say, hey, this is what we're going to do today. And we all, you know, like you said, if we didn't want to, we didn't. But it was just the whole getting there, enjoying the trip, being able to do, you know, the museum, getting to do the concert, and then we're all just having a good time. That was my highlight in Milwaukee, to be able to do that. And, you know, be able to do it with, you know, Trey, my husband. And that was something that we've always planned on traveling and, you know, having the new experiences. So that's what made it amazing for me.
Yeah. And we were talking about, you know, we're talking about meeting up with the family, talking about meeting up with the friends. And, you know, I'm gonna bring somebody in. Let's bring him in here. There's Kentron right there.
What's up?
Hey, good to see you guys, man.
Hey, you too. What's up, man?
Yeah, shoot, just over here chilling. Hey, I'm on the west, so I got off. It's still daytime. I just got off a little while ago, so.
Nice. This is a good surprise. I didn't know he didn't say you were coming on. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, it was a nice little trip. I've been listening to everything. And, you know, our ride was a little different than you guys's, but like I said, we knocked it out, and we had fairly good weather. So, but yeah, it was a nice meetup, man. What's up, Trey?
What's going on, bro?
This is Kentron from Seattle. He met up with us in Sturgis, and it was awesome. Definitely good meeting you, and hopefully we get to ride again.
Oh, definitely,
Sooner
man.
than later.
I was trying
Hey, and
plan to get my bike probably shipped out there because, hey, I still work, so I can't take 30 days or whatever to really enjoy a long cross country trip. But we were talking about trying to plan maybe shipping my bike out there. Me and Jess shipping the bike out there and then riding back this way. So.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
So Kentron, let me ask you, bro. What do you what comes to your mind when you think about this, when you see this picture right here?
Hey man, just a friendship, a brotherhood, a great memory, some new meetups, man. Hope friends for life that, you know, like I said, we can meet up again and ride across the country, no matter the destination. We all plan it.
I think we're Gap models.
Yeah. Yeah. Have a good time, friendship.
I want to say every interracial
What did Sam say?
Nothing.
Sam's wild.
Oh, what Rich? Oh, Rich.
Yeah, we, you know, and if anybody watches my channel YouTube, Ripping on Two Wheels, me and Kentron did our West Coast run. He had the accident, got hurt. How you feeling? You fully recovered?
Oh yeah, hey, you know what? Just the other day, I was feeling a little pain in my chest, man. It was weird, bro. Like I haven't felt it since it healed back up. Yeah, I mean, you know, when I do physical activity, sometimes I feel a little bit, but it had just came out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, I was kind of feeling a little pain, like a little soreness in my bone, man.
Man.
So I thought it was healed all the way up. I mean, I still lift weights and push-ups and stuff like that, but this just came out of nowhere, like. So I'm gonna keep an eye on it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, this is a clip from yeah, that was a clip from the house there where we stayed at. Everybody was there. We were having a good time.
Ghost in that house.
Yeah, let's go back to the ghost, man. Hey, let's go back to the ghost, because we totally skipped right over the ghost house, man.
Sure did.
So
where Chris at, man?
I don't have the pictures, and Chris is Chris is not on. Chris is in the chat, but he's not on here. But look, and I take full blame for booking the Airbnb. I booked this Airbnb in Milwaukee. One bathroom. It had a nice big basement on the pictures.
Hey, but we did good with one bathroom though. We
Yeah.
did shifts.
5 people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But
Okay. I have the picture, but I don't know how to.
let me see if I can put the picture up there, if they can see that. I don't know if they can see it, but that's the basement. And there's
The killer basement.
yeah, there's another part.
Basement, man.
Yeah, there's another part to this basement. Send it to
I didn't even go down there. I ain't messing with that spirit world shit. I don't play around with that stuff.
I think Chris was the only one who went down there.
He may have been.
I went down there briefly, but when I seen that long hallway in the back of it that was dark and I couldn't see nothing in there, I went right back upstairs and never went. I'm the one that left the light on down there. I'm like, I'm leaving the light on down here. But
hey, Chris said he was doing laundry down there, man. And he heard something.
Yeah, man. Look,
There's a little back room. I don't know. I'm gonna bring it back up again, but there's that little back room back there.
You're gonna have to send that to me, Viv.
Yeah, that back room. He said right there that the motion light came on and there was nobody back there. And I was like, oh no, and I know me and you, Susan, said we're not going down there at all because we wanted to sleep.
Yeah.
So
listen, the last night I didn't. Chris kept telling me, "What's okay?"
Did you guys see you heard something knocking at your door or something like that?
Yeah, listen, the last night that we were there, I was in there sleeping, and I kept hearing something knocking on the wall, up and down the wall, and I'm like, "What the hell is that?" And I couldn't sleep. I jumped up out of the bed. I went to the window. I started looking out of the window, looked both directions. I didn't hear nothing. Laid back down, start falling into a sleep. I heard it again, all up and down the wall. I said, "Man," and I didn't want to go out of the. I was gonna go out of the room. You know, we had our door closed. I was gonna go out of the room and into the hallway. I said, "But man, if I go out into this hallway and I see something in this hall standing down this hallway, I'm gonna start shooting." And I don't want to hit nobody. So I just stayed my ass in the bed, in the room. I didn't go out of the room until the next day. But yeah, and Chris was right.
Too. I heard knocking that one night. I think we were laying in bed, and I think we all had just went into the rooms, and I heard knocking. And I thought it was you, Sam, like knocking on the door. And I was like, and I didn't say anything. And I was like, yes. And then I was like, you know what? Let me just take my ass to sleep. I don't know who's knocking. If they need something, they'll just come on in. But I just went right on to sleep. And I didn't hear anything.
If I'm knocking, you're like, no, I mean, anyway, what did Chris say, bro? That Chris said to say what's up, Kentron.
Yes, sir. So what I'm hearing is it seems like everybody can just sit in the rooms and let whatever it is out there come in and get y'all. That's what
I didn't hear it, but I will be honest. There's some weird stuff in that neighborhood. I mean, we had people coming out like walking across the street and just staring at us. There was a truck that kept passing like the house, and I'd be inside, and I remember like I could hear the truck going by. That truck must have went by the house like 5-6 times.
Man.
Yeah.
So then what the reviews say?
And what?
The review said it was a good reviews. Everything that was on there was good reviews.
I read the reviews.
I read the first. Read any review for anything. I read 2 of them.
Don't trust them.
Nice to add to Google.
But I mean, there was people that like lived houses down that walked like across the street and then walked down the street opposite of like their house, and then just stood there, was like staring at us. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, and then they just walked back to their house. Like, it's Milwaukee. Like, that place is full of bikes. And I know people know it's
one
like,
thing that Trey did is we had a garage.
Yes, so that we did for that.
We felt at peace for that. If our bikes were outside, not in a garage, you guys probably would have never slept.
I would have probably not. No, there's been times that I've even locked, because I take locks with me along my my packing list. I have like 3 different locks I use. I have literally locked my bike to like a pillar at a hotel. Like, I do not mess around. I've had friends whose bikes have gotten stolen, and like I'm not messing around. So
listen, I was terrified that when I and I didn't know, we were at the where were we at, the concert or wherever we were at, and I had a drink or 2 or whatever the case may be. So so I'm in the bed and I'm hearing this and I'm like, I know I ain't had that much to drink. And I kept hearing it, man. And she'll tell you, I literally got my gun and put my gun up under my pillow. I said, if something comes in this door, man, and it's not Sam, Susan, or Chris, I'm firing off.
He's like, where's your gun? So I had to go get my gun too. I was like, Lord Jesus.
I was like, get your gun. I need 2 guns.
I didn't hear anything. Of course, it was awesome that place had a fan in every bedroom. I mean, that was a first, and that was amazing. I got some sleep, because when we're on the road and I don't have a fan, I could barely sleep. So, and then the peace of mind I have in the garage, I slept pretty good, so I didn't hear none of that.
Oh yeah.
And actually, I slept pretty good there. Like, I didn't have any issues, and I went straight to sleep. So the bed was comfortable. I mean, that I can give it.
I think I was just excited, man. I couldn't really, I was just, so excited. I couldn't really sleep good. I couldn't get comfortable because I was just, riding, on a natural high there, man. It was just a good time for me, and it was my first time there,
I don't feel good when I'm on a trip either.
Yeah, Milwaukee is like, I think we're gonna do Milwaukee every year. Saying that also, thanks to Matt for hooking it up.
Definitely.
I've always been a Harley fan. I will continue to always be a Harley fan. I will always ride my Harleys, and I'm very appreciative for Harley and Matt, because they definitely hooked it up for us. And then Milwaukee, it's just one of those. That is definitely one that we are making every year. Period.
Oh yeah. And if you've never been to the homecoming, check this out.
better get in there if he's going.
I was just gonna say we're at Veterans Park. I've never seen.
I thought you were taking a picture. I'm all.
No, I've never seen so many bikes. This is insane.
Yeah,
down
we
here.
saw it last year.
It wasn't.
120th. We weren't over here. We were parked down there, which we should have done.
This is crazy.
This is crazy. This was all filled last year. We just didn't see them.
All those bikes, man. All those bikes.
Yeah. You know what kills me too? I'm gonna chime in on this one. What kills me is, you know, when people are like, oh, boycott Harley, and oh, there was nobody at Harley this or nobody at Harley that. Man, get out of here. Sturgis the Milwaukee pack, like, miss me with that stuff, man. Y'all crazy.
What did Jelly Roll say? 35,000 people at Harley Homecoming. Man, that freaking crowd was so packed, man. It was nuts, man. It was nuts.
I wish we could have stayed. I wish we could have stayed for the whole concert, you know, especially for Red Hot Chili Peppers. But could you imagine
the traffic?
How many? I mean, y'all saw how many bikes were there? My God, that'd have been nuts trying to get out of there.
Now, since then, I've been a Jelly Roll fan. Like, I play his music nonstop. Like, it's just amazing.
Did we lose Kentron?
Yeah, he probably had to run.
Oh,
but
man.
And another thing too, man, about the highlight for me in Milwaukee was none other than Brady Street.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
None other than. What are you gonna say, Susan?
What I think is funny is because Sam dives right in there. He's right up against the bikes, and you're kind of standing back. You're kind of like timid, and then by the end, you're right there, right next to him.
Hold on, let's go here.
I love Brady Street.
Trey didn't want to go at first. We had talked about going, and then we're kind of like, all right, should we go? Should we not go? And like, if I remember right, you were like, man, we ain't got to go to that or whatever. And then we're like, no, man, let's just do it for a little bit.
We had to drag Trey out. We all wanted to go.
We had to drag him there and then drag him home.
Hey, I did not want to leave. Once I got there, man, the first piece of rubber that hit me in my face, I was done. I was like, yes, more. I need more.
We all left with stuff all over our face.
And I've never been covered like that. And so, like, I go to a lot of the people we ride with. You know, we're huge in the performance scene. You know, the Georgia boys, Austin, everybody here in Tennessee. Like, whenever there's you know, something like that going on, I'm trying to get in there, get that footage of rolling burnout, or, you know, somebody doing a wheelie, you know, the Busted Knuckles stunt tour. They let us kind of go back there and record all that stuff. So, like, I'm used to getting in there. You know, somebody's doing a burnout, you know, I just kind of follow it. But I have never been covered like that before. I mean, I was scraping that stuff off my clothes when we got back. It didn't come off in the wash when I washed the clothes in Sturgis. That stuff. I
had a white shirt on too, man, and it did not, man. That white shirt was covered at the bottom, man.
Yeah, I'm glad I wasn't wearing a white shirt that day. But I mean, everybody would have got arrested in Daytona for that. And that was really cool that the city, the police officers, you know, I will say this. So I asked the police officer, I'm like, are we allowed to have alcohol like out on the street, on the sidewalks? And he said no. But then there's a bar on the corner of the street. And I'm like, can I get a beer?
I
hold it up for you, and you're walking right down the sidewalk. I'm like, well, maybe they need to communicate with their cops and have a bar on the street.
And everybody that was standing along the street when you pull in, everybody had cups and bottles in their hand, man. Everybody did.
But it was just interesting. Like, the cops weren't bothering nobody. They weren't, like, you know, trying to cause any problems. They were just there to make sure everybody was okay. Yep. And they just kind of went with the flow with everybody, which was cool.
Whether they were annoyed or not, they did not show it.
They were just standing there like this the whole time.
They were chill, they were cool, and just let things happen. And I mean, I like that. I'm glad they did it. And
I was standing over there behind everybody because I didn't want to be. I was nervous and stayed behind. And then there's Trey and Sam all in the mix. Just nervous.
We're having fun. Here, I got some clips from Brady. Check this out. about Brady Street?
It's nuts. You know what I thought was cool though too is that when like we went and it was just like, okay, what are we expecting? And it just like it was calm, and all of a sudden all like it just went crazy all of a sudden. And then I think you posted it and Sam posted it, y'all posted the thing, and then it was just like everybody else started like, oh, let's go there. Let's
go to Brady Street. Yeah.
What's going on? And it was just, and I'm sure it was nuts every single night.
Yeah.
I don't know if people do it that live there.
We saw what Josh down there from
Josh from 2 Lane Life.
There.
Ride the Food was there.
Both.
Yeah, XAN's watching both of them.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, it was just packed. And the thing is I didn't hear about this. I think you found out about it, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
And I've never even heard of it. And we were at the 120th. So on every year's anniversary year, but like on the big anniversary years, like the 20th, the 20, you know, the 10s and the 50 years or whatever. I can only imagine what the 120th was like last year. So we're for sure going, you know, it's going to be crazy next year. The year after, 2025 is, I mean, I bet you they're planning for that already up there. So
I wonder if the people in the neighborhood, like when it's that time, do they like leave that area? Because it was so crazy and loud.
Well, wait, you guys weren't with us. So me, Susan, and Chris, I think you guys went and did the museum. So we stopped somewhere else to go eat breakfast. Our waitress lives down there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
And she apparently she was out there all night too or something like that.
I don't remember.
She said she was down there, you know, partying it up or whatever. So, I mean, the locals are even going. So it's pretty cool.
They love it, man. They love it.
Badass.
And a lot of people, I met a lot of people at the I think the second day that we were at the museum area, that were from the Milwaukee area. What's the guy's name? Blackula. He's a huge, you know, motorcycle enthusiast there, you know, and in the Milwaukee area. I mean, he was, you know, he's well known in the motorcycle community in that area. He was actually telling me about another event that's pretty popular out there, the Milwaukee Bike Fest or something like that. So,
yeah, I was talking to a friend of ours who lives up in that area. John, I think y'all met him.
Yep, John, I met. Yeah,
he had the veteran hat on. They have a bike week or a bike night every week there.
Yeah,
right there at the museum, the restaurant, and all. They do a bike week every week there, so that'd be pretty cool. I mean, we have like bike weeks here, but it's like once a month, and then we have one on I think Tuesday.
We have to make sure that we have to make sure that the next time we go, we're there to make the bike night, the anniversary bike night.
I just switched to
so
have to do that.
There's a question somebody sent us, and I think this is on
our
page.
I didn't know after XAN put that. I thought I should go to our page to check it out. So Greg L had asked us a question about how early do we start to plan and how long was the planning process. We didn't plan that long, really.
We talked about it, but the actual planning and okay, let's do this, let's do that. It didn't take us long. Once we knew that we wanted to go, you know, it didn't take very, very long after that. I mean, what, you know?
Right. So for us, what it was, is we were supposed to go to Sturgis with Chris and then somebody else, and that somebody else wasn't able to go. So then I think at that point we were kind of like, I think we decided that we weren't going to go. And then, I mean, honestly, I don't remember. It might have been you.
Yeah, I think me and Kentron. I think me and Kentron were talking about going, because I said I wanted to go to Milwaukee because you guys went and it just looked like a great time. And so I said, you know what, I'm going to go this year. And I think me and you kind of talked about going, and then we talked about, the expenses and things like that. And then we just kind of put it together from there. So, maybe 3 months, 4 months, maybe total, we talked about it, kind of planned it out, and that was it. Got the Airbnb.
I don't know if
and all that.
was it even
So
that long? Was it even
I don't
that
know.
long?
It might not have been.
I don't know. Now it just seems like the planning, everything just was smooth.
It
Like
just
it fell into place like it was supposed to happen.
It was awesome. So next year, they're doing the homecoming earlier.
Yeah.
So then you have to almost, do it separate. Go to Milwaukee, come home, chill out, and then go to Sturgis. So, and I think next year, because it's anniversary year, I think we are going to go during the actual rally.
Oh yeah.
So I have a year to plan to plan on learn how to be patient, because that is going to kill me.
I told Trey, I said, if we do go to Sturgis for the big
for the rally,
I was like, I'm glad that we did all the riding and the area that we did, because if we have to go when everybody's there, I think I would be over it. Like I'd be like, that's it. I'm just gonna stay at the Airbnb and not worry about it. Yeah. But I'm glad we did it the way we did, because we were able to take our time, enjoy the ride, enjoy the each place we stopped at to see everything. So I'm glad we did it the way we did.
And I just got to say this, man, to you guys, especially you, Sam. We talk, and the first time I went to Sturgis, I was recovering from a concussion. I don't like heights. I was still new to riding. I'm still about 4 years into riding. Yeah. And man, you've helped me become a better rider just from riding with you, man. And I appreciate you. I called you yesterday. I called you yesterday and was telling you about some stuff that I was doing wrong. And I said, man, even the Tail of the Dragon. I mean, you guys have always made me feel comfortable whenever we're rolling together. And I appreciate that, man. I definitely appreciate it, because we went up, before I knew it, we were on Iron Mountain Road, climbing Iron Mountain Road, down Iron Mountain Road, boom, turn. Then we were on Needles Highway. We stopped, we hung out, man. It was just I felt, we went to the Devil's Tower. I just felt so comfortable, man. And shout out to Jeff Williams. Jeff Williams and his wife, they rode with us too, man. You guys made me feel real comfortable. And V was back there, doing her thing on her trike, speeding off and leaving me behind. So but
no, yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, it's just like I said, taking this year to do trips with other people and experience this with your friends, family, really, in this biker scene, we have met so many people. I mean, just think about that. Like this whole trip, like Jess, Kentron, Rich, you guys, if we didn't ride bikes, we wouldn't even probably be on, this YouTube right now. The whole thing is just, that's why I love motorcycles. It brings everybody together. I mean, crazy, funny.
So Drew from Rolling Throttle said, I'm waiting for my tomahawk steak, Sam. But wouldn't that be cheating, because doesn't he live where we're going to do our butt challenge too?
He said I just talked to him earlier. He said he was going to get steaks.
Oh, I thought he was talking about the butt challenge when we were going to ride
America. You guys should
ride somewhere and get a steak and go back.
No, he wants to do the when they were in West Virginia, he wanted to ride to a place in South Dakota, which I think that's where they're going to.
That's where
tonight.
They're at. Yeah.
They were to do an Iron Butt challenge just to go get a steak in South Dakota, and we were talking about it. That would have been cool. Anyway,
I don't know what super chat is either. I was just trying to look at it up on the settings.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do what?
And I'll just kind of run through
saying we should set up a super chat.
Oh, there it is right there. Boom. I guess that's That's how you do it there, I guess. I don't know.
Everyone in the studio. That's what we were trying to figure out earlier. Normally we can see the comments and stuff on the super chat.
Yeah.
Babe, it doesn't work.
What do you mean? Why doesn't it?
This was
blinking before, and then it started blinking. So write something.
Yeah, but man, we had a great time. You know, I'm gonna show this quick clip here. Because this was just like this was just like the highlight right here. This is like this is when we like felt like super accomplished. Check this out, Susan.
We made it.
Yeah, we're in South Dakota. We made it. We still have
5.5 hours.
yeah, 6 hours.
Woo!
Yeah, I think that was like the highlight. When we got to that point, you know, we knew that we were there.
Here, we still got 5-6 hours left. What do you mean? Yep, you're right. We are right here.
Yeah, that was like before the storms. That was before everything. We were there and we were so excited about it. And yeah, man, it just, you know, like I said, we had a great time. I'm glad that I was able to, you know, and V as well. I'm glad that, you know, she was able to make this trip with us, and we all just it was great, man. And I would definitely do it again, and I'm ready to do it again.
I honestly think that's something that we need to do every year, but like pick a different, you know, place to go to. And make that like an annual, like a yearly thing. Like next year I want to go to the you can't see it. I thought you could see it. I want to go northeast. I want to go to Boston. I want to go see, you know, where Whitey Bulger reigned, and I don't know. I'm into like all that stuff, but I want to go up there. All the roads up there are, you know, amazing. Just that whole area. So I'd like to do the northeast trip. But no, honestly, I think that, you know, we should do something like that every year. Plan something like that, to where we all get together, and I mean, we're doing a ride. I mean, granted, we see each other more than once a year anyway, but I think that was just an amazing trip that we should keep doing.
Are you sure you want to ride to Northwest? You sure you don't want to go anywhere else?
I think we should go to Laconia.
Yeah, well, Laconia. What do you mean anywhere else?
Yes, Trey.
Europe?
We're gonna fly.
No,
we're gonna fly.
Come on, Sam.
Look, y'all don't get it. Like, when you watch the news every night, you see Boeing in trouble here. This is
Stop watching the news. Stop watching the news.
Yeah.
No, it's where I get my information about how planes break the heck down, and nobody's doing nothing about it. No, I don't need to fly. There's places here in the United States of America that I have not seen yet.
That speed tape. You put the tape on the wings that'll hold it together.
No.
Speed tape.
Nope.
He's like, no.
I haven't been to Canada yet. We haven't ridden to Alaska yet. We haven't ridden down to Mexico yet. So we still got about 10 to 15 years in our area.
Right.
Yo,
10 to 15 years. I'll probably be on a trike by then, and I ain't going to want to fly anyway. I'll be grumpier about a plane then.
Look, we're a little bit over an hour. So real quick before we kind of bring it to an end, here's a question: must ride routes or points of interest? We'll go with Milwaukee first, and then we'll go with South Dakota.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I've just realized I've been doing a lot of talking, and she really hasn't done any.
That's how me and Susan are. We just stay quiet.
Or things to see. Things to see in Milwaukee. Because Milwaukee didn't really have anywhere to ride in the road.
Yeah, and the thing about that is when you go to Milwaukee, go see what you need to see.
I think the Milwaukee, the original on Juneau Road.
Yeah, just you have to go see
the best thing.
Go see the history.
Year they did it.
There isn't so much a ride, but there is a few rides there. Like you can ride out to an island. I think there's a few rides. Chris knows all that. South Dakota, my favorite ride was the where was that? The one we did
The canyon?
yeah.
Spearfish.
Oh,
Canyon?
Spearfish Canyon.
Yeah, that was my favorite. I wanted to go back up and then take it
And
how
then
I normally would.
The
take
Bathurst
it.
was awesome, but it was so hot. It was like 100 degrees.
No.
And so I don't think
you
we got,
did.
I don't think we
didn't
got
do
to enjoy it as much as we could have because it was hot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't we didn't go to the Badlands. We decided to push to
We
the
did.
house. We didn't go to the Badlands. And if you guys hadn't seen that video,
Buffalo.
oh yeah, she got to see everything.
That was really cool. The Badlands,
Yeah, we need to do the animal thing next time though.
it was so damn hot. Boy, let me tell you that going home. Wow, I'm glad we didn't do a straight shot.
Man, we rolled. Once we set in on our ride, we got to St. Joseph. Next day, we just got on it, and when we got closer to the house, we ran to a little rain.
Yeah,
but we pushed. It was a good run. Jeff Williams Jeff says Iron Mountain Road was his favorite.
Nice. And I'm glad that again we said that him and his wife showed up. I'm thankful they showed up, rode with us, hung out with us. I don't know. Maybe we should plan a ride. Everybody meet up in one spot and we, do a ride. That'd be really cool. I think Sensei's talked about that before or whatever, but I agree with him is what I'm saying. I think everybody should get together and do a ride. Sensei, your idea is amazing. We need to make it happen.
Oh yeah, we will make it happen. For me, I think the Iron Mountain Road, Needles Highway, kind of neck and neck. I love the Needles. The first time I went, I didn't ride it all the way. But this time, once we got to the Needles Eye and kind of cut through there and just, where it splits off, you kind of got the single track, the double track, and you kind of go. I think it was Iron Mountain where you kind of go around the bridges or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Kind of wind down. You go through the. I don't know the name of the tunnel. Maybe Jeff knows the name of that tunnel where you can come through it and see Mount Rushmore when you're coming through it. That was amazing.
That was cool.
Yeah, man. It all of it was cool. The pigtails is what he said. Yeah, where they split out, the road kind of splits. It was just amazing the whole trip, the whole time in South Dakota. Because like I said, the first time we didn't do much, so this time we had our great tour guide with us, Chris. He he got us in and around Spearfish and South Dakota, or Spearfish and Rapid City and Sturgis and all that. And man, we had a great time.
Yeah. Something else I want to say before I guess we let the ladies talk or whatever. Viv, I am proud of you. That was, you rode to us, and then we all rode to Milwaukee, and then one day we rode to Sturgis. We rode all over Sturgis, and then you all rode home. By you jumping on a bike, and riding, and then Susan, her choice is to ride with somebody else. You're riding a bike, her jumping on with me. Like, proud of both of y'all for making that trip, because that was, what was the total mileage?
Well, they went further than us.
Well, right, but I'm saying like 3,681 miles for us.
3,700.
What is it?
3,700 and something.
I thought it was 3,681.
It doesn't matter.
Almost 3,700.
What'd you say? It was a lot of damn miles.
Like, proud of, very hot. Proud of both of y'all. Like, seriously, I don't know if you complained to Trey, but Susan did not complain to me about anything. Like, I thought for sure we're going to be having issues at the end of the day of that ride from, look at him. I thought for sure we were going to have, issues going from Milwaukee to Sturgis. I thought for sure Susan would be like, all right, I have had enough. And she didn't. I had enough before she did. So I'm very proud of both of y'all for, on your all's different levels, you riding and then, her riding with me. That I mean, that's what I love about this. And this is, I mean, her and I doing this together. It's like, you know, it's our journey, and I'm just proud of both of y'all for killing it, for real, for killing it.
Yeah, I think we did a total of 4,200 miles round trip is what I clocked it in as. We left in the rain.
It took me 2 years to ride that. Bro, we got a 2021 Street Glide that has 50,000 miles on it, and we just bought this bike, and it already has almost 15,000 miles on it.
Yeah, I just hit 11,000 miles today on my 24.
Nice.
Awesome.
12, 15 or 12, something like that. I don't know.
I'm at 12.
Yeah, Sam. I thought I was gonna have to stay in Murfreesboro that night when we were coming back, man. I was
Hey.
I thought we were gonna definitely stay at the house because, man, we got to the gas station and I mentioned some rain, and I kind of got these eyes of why we stopping here type eyes. I couldn't listen. I didn't. She didn't say it, but I could just read her eyes when we stopped, you know. And but
I was like, it didn't look that bad to me. So I was like, why are we stopping? It didn't look. It was like kind of like the lightning and all that stuff. So it didn't look too bad. Like,
was it bad? I don't think we've ever talked about that. I know you got rain, but was it bad?
Well, we stopped for like an hour at the gas station right in Murfreesboro and geared
the
up.
station right up the road from the house.
One of the gas, I don't know which. No, it was I can't remember which one it was. It was a bigger one. It was a bigger one right off the highway. But we stopped there because I was, you know, looking at the radar and I knew what was coming.
Gas station.
And she was like, "Well, why are we stopping? I'm ready to go home." I said, "Okay."
Because we were riding. It was like a good ride. Like it was just, you know, there was a little bit of traffic, but it went, and it seemed like, again, the storm was at a distance. Didn't look that bad, but he was concerned because I guess it was coming that way. But you know, we stopped.
It was kind of coming across, you know, from west to east across the highway. So I knew if we would have kept going, we would have hit whatever the little town is just south of Murfreesboro, Manchester or something.
Yeah, there's a Manchester.
Yeah, so it was literally like just pounding Manchester. So I said, you know what? Let's just hang back. And she was just looking at me like, I said, let's put our gear on, you know. But we ended up making it in, man. It was tough, but we got there.
Yeah, I was ready to get home at that point.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, we're close.
Yeah,
get home.
I get it.
So my question is, when's the next trip? What are we doing?
What are we doing? Thunder Beach? Is that what we're linking next time? We got to talk about it. We hadn't discussed it, but I know me and Sam kind of, you know, we talked about it in the chat a little bit. But yeah, I think Thunder Beach is going to be the next one. I'm going to roll to I'm going to link up with GQ on the 4th of October and roll to Fayetteville, North Carolina with him.
Right on.
For the weekend, or come to Smoky Mountain. I don't know. I hadn't decided yet.
Come on.
Do both. Make a big loop.
Yeah, make a big old loop. This weekend we're going to what is it?
Kentucky,
the Bourbon bike rally.
Okay.
And then the one after that would be Smoky Mountain Bike Week. And then like we said, Thunder Beach.
Yeah. Hey, and real quick, man, before we get off of here, I just want to shout out what's my man Figurati Designs, Kerry. Kerry was a good dude, man. I met him for the first time when we were in Sturgis. Awesome dude, awesome.
He is amazing.
I know you mentioned earlier Matt. Matt has a YouTube, Full Tank Adventures.
Yep.
Matt's amazing. Appreciate you, Matt, for all that you do. Who else we got to shout out before we get out of here? Everybody, Jeff Williams, all the people in the chat over here. Shout you guys, man. Appreciate you guys supporting.
Appreciate you for sure.
Yeah. I got to shout out my man Grop. Grop had an accident the other day. He got hit by a deer.
Oh, no.
Who did?
He's down. My man Grop.
We met him.
He broke his shoulder, totaled his bike out. So
what?
Oh no.
Yeah, just want to shout him out. He's doing okay, but like I said, the bike's totaled. He's down for a while. Man. Yeah, man. I guess that's it for the Ripping on Two Wheels live with the 2 Journey Junkies.
Ripping on threes.
Henry, yeah.
3.
So you gonna make
it was cool. He had Kinstrom on there. That was a good surprise. It's good to see him. So
Susan,
what?
Just remember, this is always
on two wheels.
Chat. It's not It's not
He's such a
ripping
hater.
on three. You know what I'm saying?
He's such a hater.
So
ripping on two wheels.
yeah. But that's it, guys. Hey, appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. If you guys are new to the channel and you don't know, you're not following two of Journey Junkies, follow their channel. And if you're new to the to my channel, I appreciate you guys tuning in, and just stay tuned for more content.
Channel, but hey,
Yeah.
How are you? How you doing? Ripping all three.
If y'all look real close on this, on the logo here, ripping on twos, RO2W, if you zoom in on that,
you might say the 3 on there. Yeah, it's real little.
I'm gonna sue her for copyright infringement on my name.
No,
She's gonna be sleeping. We're gonna be sleeping in the same bed with a lawsuit pending.
Love y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, definitely. And I gotta say, you guys started as fellow content creators. You became my friends, but now you guys are my family. So
that's right.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Love
Have
you
a good
too.
night.
See y'all later.
Yeah, we'll talk soon. Peace out, guys.
Peace.